election process. Tomorrow night in the exhibit hall, all students must vote in order to be eligible for Premier Delegation Award. On your primary election ballot, please choose your top 3 candidate choices. Students can choose to abstain from voting, but will still need to select that choice on their ballot. Coming back this season is early voting. If you chose to partake in early voting, head to Russell and Shelby anytime during free time or dinner tomorrow night to cast your ballot. We highly recommend your vote early so you can enjoy all of your fun time tomorrow night. A reminder, Bluegrass delegates will vote for Bluegrass candidates. Commonwealth delegates will vote for Commonwealth delegates. Bluegrass elections will close after primaries. Bluegrass presenting officers will be announced during the closing session on the final day of the conference. Commonwealth delegate candidates that have moved past the primaries will be announced at tomorrow night's final General Assembly after fun time. At the closing session, there will be a general election. The Commonwealth candidates that moved on from primaries will be voted on by everyone, both Bluegrass and Commonwealth delegates. During the general election, paper ballots will be picked up by your advisor at the Y desk and given out to each student. Election results will be announced at the end of our award ceremony. Tonight, with our first candidate, Rowan Walter from Oldham County High School.
I'm Rowan Walter, and I'm thrilled for the opportunity we have together over the next 3 days. I started my KYA journey in 8th grade, and I instantly fell in love with it. This is a place filled with inspiration and energy. There is something about shared goals and ambitions, and being surrounded by people who truly want to make a difference even beyond this conference. For all new delegates, buckle up. It's going to be an amazing experience. First, let's talk about poverty. Kentucky is in the top 5 for highest poverty rates in the U.S., with over 700 million people living near the poverty line. This is because of low wages, high housing prices, and substance abuse that can lead to severe health issues, food insecurity, and increased risk of domestic violence and child abuse. Throughout my life, I never understood why we couldn't help those who need it once and for all. With your strategic minds, we can find effective ways to assist and bring solutions to Kentuckians in need. Another situation facing Kentucky is the teenage birth rate. As a state, we are the 4th highest for teen birth rates, and there are many associated risks, such as depression, a lack of proper prenatal care, high blood pressure, and even premature births. Many young men are also affected by this, as they are more likely to drop out of high school to go to work. Our teens need our support and guidance. We can work together to lower this rate even more. Finally, I'm alarmed by the drug crisis continuing to take hold here in Kentucky. In 2022 alone, over 2,000 Kentuckians lost their life because of drug overdoses. Many more have serious substance addiction. Personally, I've seen firsthand how drugs and alcohol can change a family member and a friend so quickly into someone completely unrecognizable. In middle school, my best friend, who I was extremely close to, began using drugs in high school, and everything changed. I don't recognize him anymore. He isn't the same person I used to know. Drugs have robbed me of a friendship. It hurts me to see someone become a person they never wanted to be. This is an epidemic, and it has to end. Let's support the fight against drug availability and addiction. Let's work together to make a lasting difference for the state of Kentucky. At KY4, if you want to make a change, don't say no and vote for Roe.
Next, we will hear from Mason Chandler from South Oldham High School.
Mason Chandler representing South Oldham High School. We did not come here to fear the future. We came here to shape it. Barack Obama. As the next generation of Kentucky's leaders, we are faced with a choice: to follow the path that was designated for us, one of polarization and conflict, or to chart our own course, to lead with passion and empathy and open minds. I'm here in front of you because I care about taking action to shape the future we want to live in. My name is Mason Chandler, and I'm so excited for the chance to run for presiding officer. I chose education as my first platform and my service project focus. I dedicated over 90 hours volunteering for my elementary school's free enrichment programs. This has truly taught me the value of investing in both our teachers and accessible, equitable resources. My second platform is paid parental leave. Paid leave drastically improves health outcomes, the economy, and gender equality, but most Kentuckians aren't even guaranteed unpaid time off after they have a child. My third platform is criminal justice system reform. My personal connection to this issue stems from my mom's job as a nurse practitioner in the largest women's prison in our state. Her experience has opened my eyes to the root causes of incarceration and viable solutions: housing, recidivism, and substance abuse programs that help people get their lives back. Whether it's crowd surfing at the silent disco, real fire drills, or bringing back the guillotine, KYA never fails to make me laugh and inspire me to serve our communities. My platforms, education, paid leave, and criminal justice reform, employ thoughtful solutions that prioritize the hardworking people of our Commonwealth. So let's step forward, not with fear for our future, but with hope. Whatever you do, remember, no hesitation, vote for Mason.
From Jackson Petrie from Pulaski County High School.
Hello, KYA4. My name is Jackson Petrie, and I'm so excited to be running for your presiding officer at KYA4 this year. Before I begin, let me tell you a little bit more about me. I'm involved in soccer, tennis, academic team, DECA, and choir. But most importantly, I have been a proud student-wide member advocating for change since my freshman year of high school. My first platform, combating food insecurity, is very close to my heart. Did you know that in Kentucky alone, there are 753,000 people who are food insecure? Delegates, this is unacceptable. For my service project earlier this year, I went to the Monticello House of Blessings Food Kitchen and helped prepare meals for the entire community. By volunteering and donating items to food kitchens, we can make a major difference within our Commonwealth. My second platform is rebuilding Kentucky after natural disasters, which is an adamant issue in my community. In April of this year, a tornado wiped out countless homes in my community, with dozens of casualties and injuries. In 2025 alone, there have been 5 federally recognized disasters in Kentucky, directly affecting more than 3,000 Kentuckians. By donating money, food, clothing, and building materials to trusted relief organizations, we can work together and help restore damaged areas and rebuild families. Finally, my third platform advocates for the expansion of clean drinking water accessibility. Roughly 90,000 Kentuckians do not have access to clean drinking water, a result of poor stability in natural water systems as well as poor maintenance of public water systems. Delegates, together we can fix this by improving the protection of natural water systems as well as the maintenance of water in public facilities. As the legendary Alexander Hamilton once said, "If you stand for nothing, what do you fall for?" Delegates, I stand for change, a positive change in our Commonwealth. Delegates, if you choose to vote for me, I promise I will show passion, initiative, and integrity to make our state a better place. And remember, if you want action, vote for Jackson.
Reed County High School.
Good evening, KYA. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, I'm Lucinda Ayers, and I'm from Meade County High School, and I'm so excited to be a candidate to be your presiding officer. I want you to know the kind of person I am and who you're voting for. I'm passionate about the power of making voices heard and being a leader in my community. I'm involved in multiple clubs, and I work at our local newspaper, seeing firsthand the power that words have. I also have 2 cats that I adore, Lucky and Penny, and if you know me, you know my cats. But most importantly, I love my state, which is why I'm standing in front of you today. During my 4 years being involved in the YMCA, the most important thing I've learned is the value and importance of community. This is why I wanted my campaign to be rooted in it. My first platform is working towards a clean and green Kentucky. A 2025 study ranked Kentucky 47th overall for environmental protection, making us the 4th worst state in the country. Kentucky is a state full of wildlife, nature, and thriving agriculture.
Our state can only take care of us as much as we take care of it. Through initiatives such as promoting clean water, energy, and sustainability, we can make real change. My second platform is supporting farmers while sustaining our communities. I lived in Louisville for 13 years of my life, and I now live in a highly rural community. Yet in both, I noticed the impact of healthy farms. Kentucky is built on agriculture, and through strengthening the connection between Kentucky's farmers and local communities, we can work towards a future where clean food is on our plates and our communities are stable. Finally, my third platform is education access and equality. The education system in Kentucky is full of disparities, something I know every person in this room and even advisors have experienced. Kentucky's per-student funding for public education remains inadequate, inequitable, and uncertain, failing to keep up with inflation for 2 decades straight. Our future deserves better. It is imperative that we hit the ground running with work, because the quality of education bleeds to every aspect of our Commonwealth. I'm excited to get to know you more in this conference, and I have one thing to leave you with tonight. I'm Lucinda Ayers, and she cares. Vote for Ayers.
Hi KYA4. My name is Misha Patel, and I'm running for presiding officer this year. Today, I want to start with a quote you probably never expected to hear at KYA. In Shrek, Donkey says, "Ogres are like onions. They have layers." And honestly, that's exactly what KYA is. And that's exactly what we are. Every single person in this room walked in with layers. Our stories, our struggles, our culture, our families, and our goals. Some layers are easy to show, and some take courage to share. And I believe that the best leaders are the ones who understand and respect every layer. That belief shapes my 3 platforms. My first platform is addressing cancer in Kentucky. I come from a multi-generational household, and losing my grandpa to cancer changed my family in ways I still feel today. It taught me that cancer is not just a stat, it's personal. It affects families, futures, and communities. And Kentucky is one of the states hit hardest by it. This is a layer of our state that deserves attention, compassion, and action. My second platform is improving language and cultural support. I'm first generation. My parents immigrated here from India. I've seen firsthand how intimidating it can be to navigate systems that weren't built with your language or culture in mind. Everyone deserves to feel understood, included, and supported, no matter where they come from. And my third platform is food insecurity. This is one of those layers that almost no one ever shows. Too many students across our state worry quietly about where their next meal will be coming from. Hunger is invisible to most people, but it affects focus, health, and opportunity every single day. To me, being presiding officer means paying attention to the layers people don't always talk about. The families affected by illness, the students navigating language and culture, and the ones silently struggling. And also, can't you tell? Vote Patel.
The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. This quote from Milan describes my journey in KYA, finding my voice not in comfort, but by pushing through challenges. Speaking up wasn't always easy, but each step helped me grow and realize my voice truly matters. Hi, my name is Emma Heinz-Cole and I go to Butler Traditional High School. The 3 platforms I've chosen to run on are all very important to me for personal reasons. My first platform addresses alcohol abuse around Kentucky. Unfortunately, growing up, my dad was an alcoholic. I can say this tore my family apart, and I truly never had a father figure in my life. I believe it's important to start teaching kids now the consequences of alcohol. Kentucky has the 3rd highest binge drinking rate in the country. The city of Louisville has the most, with 18% of residents admitted to binge drinking. By creating a unified voice and taking action through the government and healthcare systems, we can begin to effectively prevent alcohol abuse. But for my second platform, I want to address the mental health stigma. At the age of 8, I was diagnosed with severe anxiety disorder. Unfortunately, society has made people think that they should feel ashamed that they struggle with this. At one point, without telling my parents, I stopped taking the medicine that helped me feel better because I felt embarrassed. I quickly learned that this was a bad idea, which is why I think it is very important to let children know that it is okay to not be okay and that having a mental health issue does not make you less of a person. Currently in the state of Kentucky, 40.9% of people have chosen not to seek mental health treatment due to the stigma it carries. Due to this stigma, suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death for youth and young adults in our state. We can end the stigma around mental health, and it all starts with education. For my third platform, it addresses the lack of resources for after-school programs. I was fortunate enough to find a golf program that was completely free for children to get lessons and equipment. I believe there should be programs available for free or at a very reduced cost to all kids because not every family has the financial resources. In the state of Kentucky, after-school extracurricular activities have proven accelerated student growth and support their well-being while helping working families. Therefore, in order for every child to have equal access to these programs, we need investments at the local, state, and federal levels. And don't forget, no dilemma, vote Emma. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, every person in this room carries a story, a voice, and a reason for being here today. We come from different towns, different schools, and different backgrounds, but we are united by one belief: Kentucky can be better. Change isn't easy, and it never happens alone. It happens when people like us choose to stand together, lift each other up, and speak for those who feel unheard. With your help, my fellow delegates, we have the power to shape the future of our Commonwealth. Hello, KYA4. My name is Charlie Whalen from Elizabethtown High School, and I'm not just asking for a title. I'm asking for an opportunity to serve, to lead with heart, and to fight for change we all believe in. My first platform is increasing access to healthier foods and banning harmful preservatives. I've worked with the director of Food Fight USA, who helped pass the California Food Safety Act, the first law in the nation banning several dangerous synthetic additives. I want to bring that same level of protection to Kentucky, so families in our Commonwealth have access to safer, healthier foods. My second platform is expanding and improving drug rehabilitation centers. Kentucky is facing a severe addiction and mental health crisis. Rehab centers are closing, staff are being cut, and a single treatment episode can cost up to $20,000, a price most families can just simply not afford. We must increase the number of rehab beds, open 24/7 walk-in detox centers, and provide mobile treatment units so people in rural areas can get the help that they need. My last platform is restructuring our foster care system. Kentucky has one of the highest foster care rates per capita, with over 8,000 children currently in care. There are not enough foster homes, leaving kids in group homes, shelters, hotels, or even state office buildings. I worked with CS Now, a group focused on kids advocating for kids, to push for extending foster care to the age of 21, so teens aren't released at 18 with no support, no housing, and no path forward. It's time to make a change in our Commonwealth, and with help from each and every one of you, we can make it happen. Remember, stop playing, vote for Wayne.
Hello, fellow delegates. My name is Aubrey Angeles, and I'm honored to share my ideas with you. At Holy Cross High School, I've learned how important it is to work with others. In life, we can't do everything alone. We have to set aside differences to accomplish what matters. That's why I want to share the issues I care about with you in order to improve life here in Kentucky. Like anything, Kentucky isn't perfect, but I want to try and help. My first platform focuses on supporting first responders, active duty service members, and veterans by expanding access to mental health resources. These individuals carry enormous burdens that most of us will never face. Many struggle in silence, and far too many lose their lives to suicide each year. I've experienced this loss personally, and it showed me that awareness alone isn't enough. We need action. Providing real, accessible mental health support is one of the most meaningful ways we can honor and protect those who protected us. By doing this, we can pave the road to recovery. My second platform focuses on my peers. Social media has become a major source of negativity, with 1 in 5 kids experiencing cyberbullying. We've all been taught about cyberbullying, but it's time we make real change. We can't fix everything overnight, but we can create healthier spaces for teens. I proposed a teen advocacy program that encourages us to take a break from our screens in order to build real, face-to-face connections. By strengthening friendships offline, we can reduce harm online. My final platform affects Kentuckians as a whole. I'm suggesting we abolish the state income tax. This tax comes straight out of the paychecks of hardworking families, stripping them of what they have earned. This affects low to middle income families the most. Allowing Kentuckians to keep more of what they have earned would allow the economy to flourish. Kentuckians could spend more money at local businesses, which would grow our economy and strengthen our communities. Together, these platforms represent my commitment to serving our community, supporting those who sacrifice for us, strengthening the bonds between young people, and empowering every hard-working Kentuckian. I believe in solutions that lift people up, create real change, and make life better for all of us. With your support, we can create a safer, kinder, and stronger future. One built on action, not empty promises. So when you cast your vote, remember, don't make a fuss, hop on the bus.